Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Comics. Today I'm reviewing the Expanse episode 4, which is called Redoubt. We start on Laconia once again, and Kara is at the funeral for her little brother who was run over by a vehicle. A man strikes up a conversation with her. He tells her that it's alright to be sad, although he doesn't say his name, but this is actually Admiral Winston Duarte. This is the man who is behind everything. The whole plan to take control of Laconia, the guy who armed Marco with Martian warships, who provided Marco with stealth material to carry out the asteroid attacks on Earth, in exchange for the proto-molecule which Marco stole for him. Then Cortazar, the technician who's been experimenting with the proto-molecule, comes in and tells the Admiral that he's had a breakthrough of some kind with the proto-molecule. Later that night, Kara takes her brother's body to the clearing where she saw the alien dogs. On Ceres, the Belters are blaming the UN and Mars for the explosions last episode. The bombs were left by Marco and his people, but Avasarala knows that that won't make any difference to the Belters, who will claim that that's just a lie. The Martian Navy wants to launch an assault on the Ring Gate and take control of Medina Station. But Avasarala is reluctant to commit her forces to an attack and refuses to support it. But the Martians decide to carry out the attack without Earth's assistance anyway. The crew of the Rossi are making repairs after the battle last episode. Bobby and Amos are discussing how pissed they are about Marco getting away last episode when Clarissa calls Amos and says she has something to show him. Clarissa was doing a diagnostic check on all the missiles after the dud failed to kill Marco last episode. Clarissa discovers a record that shows Holden disarming the missile. Amos isn't happy about this, and he tells Clarissa to don't worry, that he will deal with it. On the Pella, Marco is getting a report from the captain of one of his ships, the Granica, who tells him that the Lauba, the ship that was damaged by the Rossi last episode, is still undergoing repairs, and it will be a while before they can rejoin the Pella. Marco is still pissed about the defeat last episode, and he tells the captain of the Granica to space the two senior officers on the Lauba as punishment for their failure. Then he tells his lieutenant, Rosenfeld, that if the captain of the Granica calls back and tries to argue against spacing them, she should see to it that he gets spaced as well. Holden and Amos are outside making repairs on the Rossi's hull, and Amos confronts Holden, telling him that he knows about Holden disarming the missile, and he wants an explanation. But Holden gets defensive and tells Amos that he doesn't owe Amos an explanation. Back on the Pella, Philip is assigned to a repair crew and works with a Belter named Tadeo, who has a brother on Ceres. Tadeo worries about his brother and tells Philip that the reason his brother is still on Ceres instead of with the Free Navy is because he has a severe vertigo problem and can't go out in vacuum. Holden tells Naomi that he disarmed the missile and that he did it because he didn't want to be the person who killed her son. Naomi says that she tried to save Philip last season and it failed. Philip chose to stay with Marco and she has accepted that. She tells Holden that he needs to respect her choice because it's all she has left. Drummer and her Belter allies find one of Marco's hidden supply caches and they raid it. Inside, they are attacked by some of Marco's men. After killing them, they realize that the men are there gathering supplies for a pickup, meaning that another ship could arrive at any time. They start gathering items, but then a bomb goes off. A heavy crate falls and traps Jessup's arm beneath it. Michio is trained as a medic and arrives to treat the injury. But they can't move the crate because it's too heavy, and Michio is forced to amputate Jessup's arm. On the Rossi, Bobby is still incredulous after the events of last episode. She notes that their being found by the Pella was a 1,000,000-to-1 event. Defeating 3 enemy ships was another 1,000,000-to-1, and then the missile failing to detonate was a 1,000,000-to-1 as well. After she leaves, Clarissa tells Holden that she was the one who told Amos about the missile. Then she tells Holden that she's killed a lot of people back in the 3rd season when she was trying to get revenge on him. She says that she's haunted by all the lives that she's taken and tells Holden that he should never feel bad about not killing someone. After getting Jessup back to the Tynan, Drummer broadcasts a message telling everyone in the belt that she's stealing Marco's supplies and dares Marco to come after her. On the Pella, Marco learns that Rosenfeld didn't have the captain of the Granicus spaced as he had wanted. Rosenfeld argues that killing him would have made Marco look weak. Marco asks what Rosenfeld would want as a reward for her service, and Rosenfeld says that she wants control of Medina Station, which will be the most important post in the solar system after the war. Philip learns that the missile from the Rossi was disarmed before it hit, and he realizes that someone on the Rossi was responsible. Then the crew of the Pella sees Drummer's message, and the episode ends there. So this episode was a little slower, not as much in the way of action, but there were some nice character moments. Finally seeing Admiral Duarte was interesting. I was wondering if we'd actually ever get to see him. We also get a little information from him that helps reveal why he's done the things that have led to literally hundreds of millions of people dying. He's convinced that his actions will be worth it, and he's clearly trying to use the proto-molecule to activate the alien ships in orbit around Laconia. During this episode, we see a lot of Philip, and we see how he's starting to feel somewhat conflicted about the whole war, as he sees more Belters dying and suffering, while Marco is really just kind of indifferent to it. He seems to be questioning what his father's motives are and what his father's cause really is. The big revelation of this episode, of course, is Holden disarming the missile last episode. Amos and Naomi are both angry about it for different reasons. Naomi is upset because by using her as the reason for letting Marco live, she feels like she's now going to be responsible for all the people that he kills from now on. Clarissa makes it clear that she's okay with it. She's still troubled by the people that she has murdered in her past, and isn't going to be judgmental about the choice Holden has made. In fact, it's interesting how her relationships with the crew are developing. Holden seems to have made peace with her being on the ship, with Naomi being the only one who still resents her presence. So there's just 2 episodes left to go. Let me know what you thought of Redoubt in the comments, and please like this video. Also, please sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.